is so good to be back. I know it's been quite a while since my last video. Don't really have any excuses other than I went on vacation and life happened and then I got a little lazy. But I am back. I am very happy to be back, and I'm so happy to be doing this first video with you guys, which is what's in my fridge, plant-based edition. So as I might have mentioned in some of my prior videos, I've always taken a much more like holistic approach to my health, but my diet is something definitely that looking back is a bit questionable, just because I feel like maybe I wasn't looking at the right resources for the right kind of education when it comes to nutrition. And it's kind of been around this like last fall, September, October, where I watched, you know, things like Food Inc. and Food Matters, Forks Over Knives, and it finally really started to like sink in of where it is our food is coming from, and then of course the very controversial question of whether it is we should be eating animals and consuming their byproducts. So that's a whole other video in and of itself, but I can definitely say from my own experience, very drastic sort of experience, of just how much of a difference it makes when you really lower your animal consumption. Now, I don't want to call myself a vegan because I don't want to offend some people, because yes, there have been occasions where I definitely have consumed some animal products, so I'm very, you know, I don't want to offend anybody by calling myself that, so I definitely will call myself plant-based, even though the majority of the time, and especially like me kind of taking on a much more proactive approach in the last couple of weeks, I've really kind of probably limited it down to like 5% or less, or most days it's actually none. So I just wanted to share with you guys what it is I've been eating, some of my like staple foods and meal ideas, because obviously when you are making the transition from, you know, consuming even, you know, 20 to 30% animal products or more, as I was, it's a bit hard, you know, initially to figure out, okay, what is it I'm gonna, you know, have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and how am I gonna, you know, feel full. A lot of people, when they go vegan, they definitely are under eating and aren't getting enough calories, aren't getting enough glucose to kind of, you know, fuel the cells, and like immediately, from my own experience, you fall off the wagon and, you know, you just feel like the lifestyle is like a bit unattainable that way, when honestly, unfortunately, you're just doing it wrong. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys and show you what it is I have been eating. So with no further ado, let's jump straight into it. So I kind of just wanted to start things off with my staple foods. These are the things that I really build my diet around. These are the things that are very nutrient dense and that are calorie dense as well. So, you know, you're not going to be feeling hungry or undernourished by any means if you make this kind of the core staples of your diet, with the exception of rice here. So the very first thing that I have here is my breakfast every morning, which is the Sun Warrior Blend plant protein. I have this mixed up with 2 to 3 bananas and water every single morning. I've had this stuff honestly like every single day for probably a year and a half. Like, I don't know how I'm not sick of it yet, but it's such a great breakfast. It's easy. I can just grab and go, and I really feel like satiated afterwards. It's a really great breakfast. The next thing I have here is organic potatoes. I definitely am like a fries fiend, so potatoes definitely are not something that, you know, I'm willing to give up, and obviously, why should you, since they're very actually nutritious as long as they're organic. I just chop these up, put some spices on them, pop them in the oven, and I'll probably have like 3 to 4 in a meal minimum, just because they're so filling and delicious. And just lastly here, avocados. I absolutely love them. They go on everything, whether I'm having like a veggie sandwich or I'm making like wok and chips, like in a salad, everything. I put avocado in absolutely everything. Alright, so this is the contents of my fridge, and I know it's definitely not that much actually, but I'm just like one person living by myself, so I don't really need a whole bunch, and honestly most of the stuff that I buy, it's just like I eat it in like a couple days, and I usually don't have to refrigerate it, so I don't really tend to keep a lot in here anyway. But what I do have is I have some veggies up here, some organic orange juice that's not from concentrate, some organic soy milk, some vegetable broth. I like made chili earlier, and I have some jam and some weird sort of rub that my mom gave me that's from Russia, and it's supposed to kind of like help you when you're sick. You just like rub it on your chest, so we'll give that a go. And then just down here I have a pot of rice and a package of palak paneer, which is just like the spinach sort of curry, and I find that's like a really easy meal to have. I just always have like rice on hand, so I can just put whatever on top of it, some veggies, and I'm good to go. So here on the shelves I have a few different things. I have some minced garlic, some tamari, aka soy sauce, some organic brown rice miso. I actually haven't tried this out yet. I was like gonna make my own sort of like ramen soup, or attempt to anyway, so I haven't tried this out yet actually. Then we've got some tahini, more minced garlic because I love garlic, and some peanut saute sauce. And then down here we have some pickles, we have some ketchup, and a note with the ketchup, like I'm a bit of a ketchup fiend, and like if you just do buy the regular Heinz, like they do put a lot of filler in there, a lot of added sugar, so like it's still not amazing, but I do like the Heinz taste, and I find they put like way less bad stuff into their organic brand, so that's why I buy it. We've got some coral calcium supplement, we've got some grainy mustard, and we've got a nice tall bottle of winter ale here from Great Lakes Brewery. And yeah, that is my fridge. So here we have what's in my freezer. I try and keep a few sort of staple things in here. We've got my favorite bread, which is organic and sprouted. Definitely a lot better than the conventional sort of varieties you'll find. Silver Hills is a really good brand, so I buy a lot of their different varieties. And then over here I have some chili that I made earlier in the week. I found a really good recipe from Oshi Glows, so definitely check that out if you want a really awesome freezer friendly sort of chili recipe. Then over here we've got some falafels, which I like to kind of like make pitas out of, or make kind of these Middle Eastern platters with. Then over here we have my life source, which is just frozen bananas. And I usually buy like 7 pounds at a time and then just wait for them to get like the perfect ripe consistency, and then I just chop them all up and put them in the freezer, so I don't really have to worry about them going bad. So it's awesome if you want to make like banana ice cream or smoothies or any of that kind of stuff. Bananas are just amazing. And then yeah, we just have more bananas and pita bread over there. And then over here we have some turmeric and ginger, which I find is a lot better to keep in the freezer, because if I keep it in the fridge, it's honestly just going to go bad before I use it all. So you can easily just like grate it straight from the freezer, and it works really well. Over here we have some flaxseed, which is really good in smoothies. And then some organic wild blueberries. And lastly, some coconut milk ice cream bars. Super good. So here we have my very messy cupboard. I pretty much keep everything else in here. So yeah, let's get started. Over here we have some virgin coconut oil, which I use as like a body moisturizer or like a hair mask. You can also use it in baking, it's really good. And yeah, just a really great all-purpose oil. Over here we've got some sunflower seeds, which I like to put on salads or just have on their own. Some acai powder. This brand is also really great. This stuff is full of antioxidants. It's really good if you want to like make a sort of like berry ice cream with it with bananas, or put it in a smoothie. Just a really great sort of tart flavor, and yeah, I really like to mix it in a whole bunch of different things. Then over here we've got baking stuff. We've got some coconut flour. Speaking of which, if you are baking with it for the first time, as I learned, you definitely only need 1/3 in comparison to regular flour, because it expands so much and gets really thick. So yeah, just keep that in mind unless you want to make like 3 times the recipe at the end of the day. And then over here we have some organic pumpkin seeds, which are super nutritious. I've been snacking on those a lot lately. And then in the bowl we just have a whole bunch of spices, so nothing too exciting. Then over here we have some dates. I like those as a quick little snack, or you can actually make smoothies with those. Really good. Then over there we just have like some corn and rice pasta. Then some butternut squash soup, some oatmeal, coffee of course. And then over here we have some spelt pasta, which I've actually never tried before. I kind of found that I didn't like the rice kind of spaghetti that much. It's just a little bit too stiff and rubbery for me, so hopefully spelt will be better, and let me know if you have tried it. Then we have some basmati rice, we've got some chickpeas, some crackers, some coconut flakes, popcorn, black beans, and of course we have some raw organic spirulina, which yes is very nutritious and I should be having it more, but let's be honest people, the taste isn't that amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your go-to meal plans are. Let me know what your staple foods are, and yeah, let's just continue this discussion about, you know, bringing awareness to what it is we're consuming, how it's affecting our bodies, how it's affecting our environment, obviously. And yeah, let's just keep supporting each other to be the very best version of ourselves that we can be. So until I see you guys next time, keep being your own kind of beautiful, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.